Hey there, lovely listeners, and a huge welcome to Skill&Chill, the podcast where creativity and opportunity collide, brought to you by sqillsite.com. I'm your host, Laila, here to bring you tips and insights to help you thrive in your freelance career. In each episode, we dive into inspiring topics that can enrich the world of freelancing and entrepreneurship. Whether you're looking to showcase your talent or connect with top professionals, sqillsite.com is your platform to thrive without any commission fees. Today, we're diving into a common yet challenging issue, resolving conflicts with clients. So sit back, relax, and let's turn conflict into collaboration. Let's get started. Freelancing offers an incredible degree of freedom and flexibility, allowing you to set your hours, choose your projects, and work from virtually anywhere. However, even in the best of situations, conflicts are a reality that every freelancer must face at some point. You might encounter disagreements with clients about project scopes, deadlines, or outcomes. These are all part and parcel of the freelancing gig. But hey, don't worry. Conflicts don't have to spell disaster for your freelance career. In fact, they can be opportunities for growth and stronger relationships if handled properly. That's exactly what we're tackling today on Skill&Chill. How to navigate and resolve disputes with clients effectively so you can walk away with not just a resolution, but also a fortified client relationship. Think of these conflicts as bumps on the road rather than impassable hurdles. They can arise from various sources: a simple misunderstanding about the project scope, an unfortunate missed deadline, or perhaps even differing creative visions between you and your client. While these disagreements can feel frustrating and stressful, remember that they are entirely normal. Each hiccup potentially offers a learning curve, a chance to refine your communication skills and project management strategies. More importantly, resolving these conflicts gracefully can leave a lasting positive impression on your clients, making them more likely to return for future collaborations. So, stay tuned as we delve into this survival guide designed to help you manage these bumps effectively, ensuring that you come out on the other side stronger and more resilient. Let's turn these conflicts from freelancing headaches into stepping stones for building trust, improving workflows, and ultimately fostering more successful and harmonious partnerships. All right, freelancers, let's dive into the first step: staying calm and assessing the situation. Now, I know it can be super frustrating when conflicts arise, especially when you've poured your heart and soul into a project. But the key here is to not let your emotions take over. Take a deep breath. I'm serious. Inhale through your nose, hold it for a second, and then exhale slowly. Feel a bit better? Good. Next, let's figure out what's really going on. Why is there a conflict in the first place? Maybe it's a misunderstanding about the project's scope. Perhaps you and your client weren't on the same page about what the project should include. Or is it a missed deadline that's causing stress? Sometimes life just gets in the way and deadlines slip. And let's not forget about creative differences. You might have a fantastic vision for the project, but it's possible your client has something different in mind. Pinpointing the root cause of the issue is absolutely crucial for finding a solution. Think of it like this: if you were a doctor, you wouldn't prescribe medicine without first figuring out what's wrong with the patient, right? The same principle applies here. Before you can fix the problem, you need to know exactly what it is. So take a moment to identify the underlying issue. This will not only help you approach the problem more rationally, but also prepare you for an effective resolution. And remember, staying calm and collected is your superpower in navigating these waters. Now, with that calm and clarity, you're ready to move on to the next steps. Let's keep this vibe going. Once you've taken a deep breath and assessed the situation, the next crucial step is to initiate open communication with your client. It's time to set up a call or a meeting. Believe me, nothing beats a face-to-face conversation, even if it's through a screen. Why? Because it humanizes the interaction and helps both parties feel more connected and understood. Now, here's a pro tip. Use I statements. Instead of saying, "You missed the deadline," try, "I'm concerned about our timeline." See the difference? This subtle shift can prevent feelings of defensiveness and keep the conversation constructive rather than confrontational. You want to make it clear how the issue is affecting you without sounding like you're pointing fingers. For instance, you could say, "I'm feeling a bit overwhelmed because the project isn't where it needs to be at this stage." This way, you're expressing your feelings and setting the stage for a productive discussion. It's all about opening that door for a two-way conversation where solutions can be found together. So take this step seriously and see how it transforms the dynamic with your client. Next, let's talk about practicing active listening and showing empathy. This step is essential because it builds a bridge between you and your client. Start by really tuning in to what your client is saying. Don't just listen to respond, listen to understand. Put yourself in their shoes and see the situation from their perspective. Maybe they're frustrated because they feel the project's direction isn't aligning with their vision, or perhaps they're worried about meeting tight deadlines. Whatever their concerns, acknowledge them openly. A simple, "I understand why you feel that way," can go a long way. It shows that you're not just hearing their words, but also recognizing the emotions behind them. Active listening is more than just nodding along. It involves asking clarifying questions and summarizing what you've heard to ensure you fully grasp their viewpoint. For example, you might say, "So what I'm hearing is that you're concerned about the timeline we've set. Is that right?" This not only confirms that you're on the same page, but also demonstrates your commitment to finding a solution together. Empathy is the secret sauce here. When clients feel heard and understood, they're more likely to collaborate effectively. It creates a foundation of trust and mutual respect, which is crucial for resolving conflicts. By showing empathy, you not only enhance your working relationship, but also pave the way for more constructive and solution-focused discussions. Remember, at the end of the day, everyone wants to feel valued and understood. By practicing active listening and demonstrating empathy, you're taking significant steps towards turning a potential conflict into a collaborative solution. So keep those ears open, validate those feelings, and watch how the dynamics shift for the better. Now let's brainstorm some solutions. Finding a way forward isn't about winning or losing, it's about collaboration. Start by sitting down with your client and really putting your heads together. This is the time to uncover all the options that could work for both of you. Think of it like a creative workshop where all ideas are welcome. No judgment. Is there a middle ground that wasn't obvious before? Can you tweak the project scope slightly to keep everyone happy? Maybe there's a different approach or an alternative method that could satisfy the initial objectives while respecting each other's needs and expectations. Be prepared to make some compromises. Flexibility is your ally here. Adjusting your approach or deliverables within reason can show your client that you're dedicated to finding a solution that works. Perhaps you can extend a deadline slightly to ensure quality, or maybe you can break down the project into smaller, more manageable milestones. Remember, this step is all about partnership. By showing that you're willing to be adaptive and cooperative, you're not just resolving a conflict, you're building a stronger, more resilient working relationship. And who knows, you might even discover a creative solution that's better than the original plan. Next step, document the agreement. Finally, one of the most crucial steps in resolving a conflict is to document everything. Yes, dotting the I's and crossing the T's might sound tedious, but trust me, it's a lifesaver. Document any changes that you and your client agree upon, whether it's a shift in the project scope, adjusted deadlines, or new deliverables. Having a written record ensures there's a clear reference point for both parties, which can go a long way in preventing future misunderstandings. This documentation acts as a safety net. If the same issue arises down the line, you can both refer back to this agreement and say, this is what we decided on. It brings clarity and avoids the dreaded he said, she said scenarios. Also, take this opportunity to revisit your initial contract. Double-check that all aspects of the project were transparently outlined from the get-go. Were the project scope, deliverables, and communication protocols all clearly defined? If not, consider updating your contract templates to cover these areas for future projects. A solid, well-crafted contract at the start can make conflict resolution a whole lot easier later on. So remember, while it might feel like an extra step, documenting agreements and reviewing contracts are essential practices for turning temporary conflicts into long-term collaborations. Stay organized, stay professional, and above all, keep that freelance spirit alive. Here's a quick bonus tip for you wonderful freelancers out there. Strengthen those contracts. Seriously, your initial contract should be rock solid, clearly defining project scopes, deliverables, and communication protocols. A well-drafted contract not only sets the right expectations, but also helps avoid conflicts from the very beginning. Trust me, taking a little extra time to outline everything up front can make your entire freelance journey a whole lot smoother. It's a small step that goes a long way in ensuring harmony and clarity in your projects. And that wraps up another episode of Skill and Chill. Thanks for tuning in and exploring the ins and outs of resolving conflicts with clients. I hope you found today's discussion helpful and that it equips you with the tools to turn conflict into collaboration in your freelance career. If you're ready to take the next step in your professional journey, head over to sqillsite.com and create your professional profile today. At sqillsite.com, we empower you to connect directly with clients, keep 100% of your earnings, and manage your projects your way. Don't forget, sqillsite.com is more than just a marketplace. It's a community where your creativity has no limits. Join us and let's make great things happen together. Until next time, I'm Laila signing off. Stay curious, stay creative, and keep thriving.